Hey folks, how are we getting on? So it's been a busy old week on the Fallout front, and the news is not yet over. Bethesda have announced a few extra hotfixes and patches that are coming for Fallout 4, so still stuff going on there. Before we dive into that though, there are a couple of things I just want to quickly touch on. So obviously the anniversary update came out earlier this week. It was Monday, and mixed feelings on that one, not least of all because of the patch that came with it. But if you're curious about what's actually in the update, I've done a couple of videos, because it's quite a lot, going through everything. So you can have a look on Bethesda's website, there is a list there, but if a wall of text is not that informative to you, you can actually see it visually this way if you want to have a look at those videos. So I'll link those in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to take a look at those. Yeah, a lot of stuff in there, mixed bag. Some of it will appeal to different people, I think, but there is some cool stuff in there. So if you want to have a thumb through that, then yeah, do take a look. The other big thing is that yesterday we got a new trailer for Season 2 of the Fallout show. And yeah, very, very excited for that one. It looks really cool. We finally got to look at a few bits and pieces that I think people have been wondering about. Not least of all, Macaulay Culkin's appearance in the series. We got a very, very swift peek at him in there, which is, yeah, he's giving the same kind of crazy Home Alone vibes he gave in that movie, but in a Fallout context. So that should be interesting. And obviously there's a whole lot of other stuff. So if you're interested in taking a look through that, I went right through the trailer with a relatively fine-tooth comb. Yeah, you can dive in and have a look at that. I will link that down below as well. So yeah, pretty pleased with that one. Put that up a little bit late last night though, so it's probably flying under a few people's radar. So if you want to have a gander, something to watch for you on a Friday or over the weekend or something. So what about these patches then? Well, 3 short-term hotfixes coming, and then a couple of bigger patches on down the line for Fallout 4. Obviously, ongoing stuff on 76 as well, but this week's been that busy I've not had a chance to get anywhere near it, which I really must do something about over the weekend, rather than letting another week slide by. Anyway, lots of stuff going on that front. So, first up, we're actively investigating issues you're encountering in the latest Fallout 4 update and Anniversary Edition launch. Yeah, there are a few issues. Creations menu, crashing in general, some of the creations not working properly. They're diving into that, they're looking into it, and they've got patches coming to fix that. So, you should be now seeing faster loading times on the creations menu and the game menu, and the redemption of Creation Club items should be working properly. I know for some people, the update was convincing their game and their storefronts and so on that they didn't actually have the creation items or DLC items and stuff. Those fixes should be coming through now. So, Hotfix 1 is fixing stability problems, particularly on Xbox One and PS4. Number 2 is fixing an issue causing creations that rely on DLC not to work. And number 3 is fixing an issue causing DLCs to become uninstalled after updating the game on PlayStation. So I'm guessing that means you should be able to reinstall your DLC anyway, or you might need to sort of clear it out and then reinstall. But it should be fixable. Either way, fixes are coming in, and there's not actually a specific date on this other than early next week. So they do Tuesday for 76, but I don't know if that's really much of a bellwether for this particular patch. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably. That seems to be early. So that's for this first set of fixes, early part of next week. Beyond that, there will be 2 other patches. So the first patch will be the week of the 24th of November, and the second will be in the first half of December. So the 24th of November is 10 days out, so not next week, the week after. It'll be a larger patch, which makes sense, gives them a week to kind of put that together after they've done the hotfix. It will provide an overview of these patches closer to the time, they say. Thank you for your continued updates and support tickets. It's helped us pinpoint issues. Yeah, feedback is useful. Especially as always with issues like this, they are somewhat intermittent. Some people will encounter them, some people won't have any problems at all. So yeah, that doesn't make it any easier to diagnose the problem. So feedback is helpful. Discord's a good bet for that if you haven't, by the way. They're the Bethesda Discord channel. You can find the links to it on their website. Good way to give them feedback on things like that and to get news and stuff like that if you're interested. So they're working to address those as quickly as possible. Notably, in the November patch, which is week of the 24th, Xbox Series X and S players will see Creation's local storage limit increased substantially, growable up to 100 gigabytes to match your needs. Also looking to increase storage on PlayStation, but that's not quite as easy to do for them, because you know, they're part of Xbox, they're not part of PlayStation, and that involves more negotiation with third parties to get that going. But yeah, there you go. Hotfixes next week. Week after that, there will be a bigger patch, and then a few weeks after that, there will be another patch for Fallout 4. And the November patch, week after next, will include increased storage limit for creations. Now, here's the thing. Are they referring to just creations as in the official ones, or are they including mods in that? My money is that they're also including mods in that because they've lumped it all together in the same thing now, so I would assume it all goes together. Would make sense. It would also explain why the increased issues are kind of coming in, because if people are suddenly having a lot more Creation Club type stuff that's eating into the same budget as their mod budget, that's going to start causing issues, isn't it? So yeah, increasing the storage limit substantially up to 100 gigabytes to match your needs, and they're going to follow it up with efforts to do the same on PlayStation. That's definitely less certain, though. Obviously, Sony might just go, nah. They have certainly done this in the past and been the ones to drag their heels, so when it comes to modding, that's less certain. Hopefully, they'll be successful, though. So yeah, Xbox Series X and S, not on Xbox One, though, so not on the older systems. That probably means that PS4 probably won't get an increase, but PS5 might. And I suspect the reason for that, in short, will be that those older systems just plain have less storage in them. I mean, I suppose you could limit the number of games you have on the system and then have more space for mods, and then you'd have to cycle things out. But yeah, I can't see the platform owners, especially Sony, going for that on the older systems. Plus, I don't think they really want to invest the time it would take to modify the infrastructure to do that on older systems either. I'm just guessing here and spitballing a little bit. But yeah, seems the current gen is what's going to change there. So, very, very interesting. Yeah, good news. Unfortunately, that does mean with hotfixes and patches and stuff going on down the line, some mods are going to get busted again. So yeah, for those who are into the modding side of things, keep an eye on this because you will need to update mods again going forward over the next few weeks. So there are some suggestions out there that maybe you should wait until next year before you really dive back into a modded version of it. To be honest, if you're an experienced modder, just updating a few mods is not a big deal, really. I mean, it'd be nice to not have to do it, but it's not the end of the world. So your mileage may vary, I suppose, is what I'm getting at there. But yeah, cool to see these patches coming through. Anyway, that's everything I really want to talk about. As I say, if you want to see what's in the Anniversary Edition, videos down below. If you want to go through everything in the new trailer for the series, which is really, really cool, then details of that down below as well. Do have a gander. I very much enjoyed going through that. So yeah, some cool stuff. Do hope you'll check them out. For now, though, likes, subs, notification bell, always appreciated if you want to keep up to date with all of the Fallout news. Social media links in the description if you want reliable notifications that way. And yeah, channel memberships are available down below videos as well if you want to support the channel. I do very, very, very much appreciate that. So massive thanks to everyone who has done that. And yeah, if you get a chance to join us for live streams too, we're going to be checking out a few bits and pieces. The Outer Worlds 2, we've got The Last Caretaker on the go as well. And coming up, probably more Fallout stuff. So yeah, keep it here if you're interested. For now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.